Can y'all hear me talking to y'all? Because the news media, it is very low. It's hard to hear from where I'm standing. I'm standing right behind the news camera, which they have superb audio on their cameras. So can you all hear me speaking? If you can hear me, it's not my phone. It's the volume from the interview.
She wasn't trying to run anyone over. That's his
I'm standing here with all the news reporters. I can't move closer unless I would be being interviewed with them.
And then says, you tried to run me over. Almost as if he knew at that point he had messed up.
That's right.
And he's trying to come up with a narrative now to justify this unjustifiable excessive use of force. I was just going to say this here. If you got the body cameras, every time you get out that car, if you want to have an encounter, turn it on.
Right.
Let's go on the side of caution.
Right.
Since you said such a dangerous job, you don't know what you're going to encounter. Turn it off. And let's be transparent. The other thing, it's shocking to me how after he shot, he turned it on then.
Need an alibi.
No, I don't know when she'll be released. It could be a day-to-day thing, but I don't have any updated orders from the No, I don't know anything about that. I didn't hear anything about that. Clearly, by my viewing of the video, and I think Mr. Crump also, there was no indication at all that Farah or Marcellis were part of any other crime in progress or anything of that nature. It seemed, the initial stop seemed innocuous to me.
So at this stage, you're saying that we're not going to get full accountability of these, or it's not transparent, but merely what they're thinking. Say it's going to be something you specific.
know, you talk about cover up, and look, this officer knew what he was doing.
That's right.
The other officer turned on his body camera, and I just told you it was an innocuous encounter. And this officer had his own shrapnel after the shooting and pushed him up. That's when he realized that he needed to capture the event. And understand this. When you turn on your body camera, these specific body cameras, there's a 30-second right? The first 30 seconds there's no audio. But then after the 30 seconds, the audio begins. So he knew to push the button and shortly thereafter say, "You tried to run me over." Those were his first words. So that was the justification.
Even though there seems to be no evidence that show that she tried to run him over, that's his first words. Because in marginalized communities, and often we've seen the police are lying on this, that we never had proof of it, and they always take the police word over the black word in every situation. That's why we fight so much for transparency. And so when you say cover up, I think he certainly made an affirmative action not to turn on his body camera video that the pull is good. And so that contradicts everything that we're trying to do in America with transparency now. Finally, we're having this conversation in 2020 of saying this police brutality, this excessive force, this implicit bias against marginalized people of color in America has to be at the forefront. And the foundation of this conversation is transparency and accountability, equal justice. That's how we get the trust. You see in this instance here, the crux of the matter. This is what we're fighting against. I'm sorry. I think that we excessive force that we didn't have to use. And if the roles were reversed, you know, Marcellis and Tafara be charged without question. It's only when police kill black people that we make it seem like it's such a hard thing to do to charge somebody. And so we have to turn to the elected officials and say, we want you to live up to the preamble to the Declaration of Independence for all being created equally. Marcellis and Tafara are equal to this police officer. And you judge it like that. And if he does it like that, then they should bring charge. But often they don't judge it like that.
Should cover up was always first with the law. And that's what's happening here. Cover up was first, lie happened embedded in the cover up, and whether or not criminal charges are going to be filed here, we can only be hopeful that the state police will conduct a thorough investigation, and if they present all the evidence, then we'll let the thing happen. Like the state's attorney explained this. Like I said, here the cover up is always first.
Thank you very much.
Police officer behind that.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
We saw the video. We're going to see it. I believe it's always successful.
Okay, people. Say his name. Marcellis Stinnette. Marcellis Stinnette. Okay. Okay, people. Okay, so I am here at the Illinois State Police. They have allowed the family to come in and view the video. So that's what the press conference you were just hearing about. They viewed the video. First of all, can you people hear me? Can you hear me clearly? If you can hear me, let me see some hard stars, something. Can you hear me? Can anybody, if you guys can hear what I'm saying, please let me know. Yes, hard stars, something. I need to know, can you hear me? I'm making sure you guys can hear me so I can let you know what's going on. Okay, we are here at the Illinois State Police Department. They have released the video cam, whatever evidence they have on video footage. My family has gotten to view that. The parents are in there along with the attorney. They are viewing the videotape. They just did a press conference release with attorney Ben Crump. Attorney Ben Crump is representing the other family. He is not representing the family of Marcellis Stinnette. Y'all see it? Kevin O'Connor, look at my mask. So my mask. Okay, so this is who's representing my family. We had the press release. We just found out the officers that are involved did not have their video cam on when the incident occurred. So the officer that did the shooting stepped out of the car knowingly to turn on his video cam, but he did not. He did not turn on his camera. He stepped out of the car. Whatever events arise led up to the death of Marcellis Stinnette with the shooting. And then he turns his video camera on, and they're stating that once you turn that camera on, it takes about 30 seconds before it starts to actually record your audio and all that. Well, he turned the camera on, he waited a few minutes, and then he proceeded to say, "You tried to run me over," which is giving him justification for the shooting in his mind. However, he does not have the events on video that led up to him shooting them. So why was your camera not on when you stepped out of that vehicle, when you pursued them? If you felt like your life was going to be in danger or there was a situation, anytime an officer steps out of his car, he should immediately turn on his body cam. He did not do that. Therefore, there were some policies and procedures that were violated that the station has in place. So he was terminated. Now, the family is in there. I don't know what they're viewing. They only allowed so many people in. So we have our legal team in there along with the parents and Jesse Jackson people who have stood with me from day one. Every press conference, Bishop Grant was standing by my side. He's in there. We're outside. We're waiting for the family to come out. We're waiting to speak with, for the press to speak with them so we can see what my attorney who represents, or our attorney, I say my attorney because it's my family, but we want to see what our attorney is going to say, what the steps are moving forth. Ben Crump did say that they are waiting for additional camera footage that is coming from outsiders that needs to be viewed. Again, he represents Tafora Williams' family. That has nothing to do with Marcellis Stinnette family. So we are out here. We are waiting patiently. Reverend Jesse Jackson is in there with my family. So we are just waiting patiently to see what the next move is, what the attorney is going to state, what evidence they have, what video footage they have, because we don't know. The sound was terrible. I was standing there along with all the other news reporters. However, they have high audio, high definition cameras, so they can shoot something that's happening a mile away and tell you exactly what they said. I'm working with Sprint and an Apple iPhone, so you guys were not able to hear, as well as it was hard for me to hear, and I was standing right there. So it was hard to hear the questions that were being asked. I apologize, because I know people were saying they couldn't hear. They wanted me to turn the volume up. However, the volume was up. We don't even know exactly how many officers were involved because, like I stated, we were trying to hear what was being said. I don't even know what all Attorney Ben Crump shared because it was hard to hear. So we do have additional camera footage coming from outsiders, or I don't know, there's a local business there that has cameras. So we're just waiting to see what more is going to be produced. We're waiting on our attorney to come out so they can talk to the family and give us information. But I wanted you all to be able to hear, see, and be a part of what I am experiencing, because this has to stop. They are killing our young African American males. They're cutting their life short. They're cutting them down. And it has to stop. No mother, no family, no one should have to experience this pain and go through what we're going through. through. And I just thank God that he's given me a voice. I'm able to speak, help represent my family, get this news out there, share this, and keep the community as well as all the supporters informed. Because you need to know, if you're part of this great community that we're part of, you need to know what's going on. You need to know exactly how situations are being handled. You need to know what is going on in your community, because you need to be protected. Your family needs to feel protected. You know, so that's why I have taken the initiative to make sure that I keep you all informed. So I ask that you just keep tuning in when I go live. I'm going to go live again. It's kind of cold. I'm making my way back to the car because we're still waiting for them to come out. I know, baby. We already know this. We know this. We know this. So, yeah, I just want you all to keep tuning in, share these videos, and I'm going to let you see the sisters of Marcellis Stinnette. Come on, baby. Come here. Come get in this live. Wait a minute. Here, say his name. Let me see y'all signs. They got signs for their brothers. This is his sisters. What is your name? Tell them who you are.
I'm Marcellis' oldest sister.
And how you feel about what's going on with your brother, honey?
They killed my brother. He was my first best friend, my first partner. We did everything together. I'm the oldest. I'm supposed to protect him. And I couldn't protect him against the people that are supposed to protect us. It's unfair, it's unjust, and he needs justice. Marcellis Stinnette.
And wait a minute, come back here. What's the age difference? What's the age difference?
My brother was 19, I'm 21 years old. I was only a year and 11 months older than him. We were so close. He was my first best friend.
You got it straight from his big sister, his other mother. The other mother. Okay, and what's your name, honey? Say your name. And who are you? Okay, and how do you feel about this? What do you want? What do you want social media and the world to know about your brother? What do you want to share?
He was a good person. He did everything for everybody. He was kind. He was loving.
And is there anything else you want to say before I tell you some of the remarks that are coming in?
Y'all were twins.
Yeah, I was.
They went to the same grade.
Yeah, we were so close. We went to school together. He took me to my homecoming.
Look at that. Look at that. This is stuff that y'all don't know about this young man. He took you where?
He took me to homecoming. They were so good.
He took his sister to homecoming. That just go to show the type of young man that we're dealing with. You know, they're not telling. If it's anything that y'all want social media to know about y'all brother, let them know. I'm giving you an opportunity. You're speaking on the news, but this is your time to let the world know. Let them know. He took his little sister to homecoming. That is so beautiful. She will have that memory for the rest of her life, not only of her brother, but of her school dance, and he took her to that. Wow.
My brother was so talented. Ever since he was a kid, he could sing, he could dance, he could rap. He was so talented. Any song that he made touched your soul. Listen to my brother's music. TG16. He is a king. And even in death,
Amen. You heard it. Okay, so these are the sisters of Marcellis. One of the older sisters, the oldest child of his, and we have a younger sister. They wanted you to know that, and they would like for you all to stand in solidarity with us. We have we have a march today that we're going to be doing 3 o'clock, I believe. We're going to be over there with Reverend Justin Jackson. Share this video. Let people know. We're going to be out there at 3 o'clock. We're going to be marching for peace in a peaceful manner in his honor. Share this video. Let people know. We want you to come out and support. We want you to come out and be a part of what we got going on. And we want you to share this. We want you to share this. We want you to let people know. Is that Terry over there? Terry, come talk to my people. Can you come say something about your brother? Let them know how you feel. I got the brother. I want you all to meet his brother. This is his big brother Terry.
I like to be on camera.
Wait a minute. Okay, this is the big brother Terry, all the way from Jacksonville, Florida. Tell the people how you feel. Tell them who you are. This is your opportunity to share.
I'm the oldest brother of all of them, Marcellis Stinnette. The police killed my brother. He was innocent. He didn't do nothing wrong. We just want justice, and that's what we're going to get. I don't care if we got to be out here all night. We're going to get it. Every day, we're going to fight for what's right, and we're going to get it. I want people to remember his name the right way, and it's going to be done in the right way.
That's right. Can you tell us something? One of your most treasured memories of being with Marcellis, something that you want the world to know on a personal. Well, hey, we got time, so just tell us something you want them to
I
know.
always wanted to do music, you know, and I was very proud of him and wanted to do music, take it serious. That's all he wanted to do. He wanted to take care of his family and see what he was doing. That's all he wanted to do. And that's all we talked about. And I always tell him I was proud of him. And I'm forever going to be a part of him.
Thank you, Terry. Big brother all the way from Jacksonville. Y'all got it live from here. People need to know this. They need to know about Marcellis on a personal level. They need to know about this young man. They need to know more than just the police killed him. And so that's why we are sharing this information with you. We're putting it out here. We're marching. They have Black Lives Matter and Kimberly Jones, the mother of Cordell Handy, who was killed in Minnesota. They put a march together at 4 o'clock. But however, Jesse Jackson is here. His people, they're marching at 3 o'clock. We're going to be at the crime scene, Martin Luther King and Ham Hoes, where this incident occurred. We're going to be out there, and they are marching for him at 3 o'clock. However, there's another march that was put in place previous to this that was supposed to take place at 4 o'clock. So I want the people to know, just be there. If you support us, be there, 3 o'clock, stand in solidarity, say his name, share his story on social media, let people know, because we are asking for justice in the event of his demise, which was caused by a Waukegan police officer. And the video is going to be released today to the public. Supposed to be released to the public. That's why we are here, because the family is here viewing this video. Whatever they have on video, we are here today to view it. So when you get off, come on Martin Luther King. You said you get off at 4, just come out. We're going to be out there. Come support us. Martin Luther King Street. It doesn't matter what end of the block. It started at Martin Luther King and Ham House. That's where the incident took place. The family is on Martin Luther King between Ravine and George. So it don't matter. If you come on the block, you're going to see some family. You're going to see some loved ones. You're going to see some supporters. So we just ask that you come out, stand in solidarity with us. Keep us uplifted in prayer. Keep the family uplifted. Keep the mother uplifted. Keep Sephora uplifted. You know, she's still in the hospital fighting for her life. Going through various surgeries and different things. She's had blood transfusion. Just pray for everybody and pray that God puts peace over this neighborhood, and that he just keep us, and that he keep his angels camped out around us, so that we're able to move forward and do what we need to do, but in a peaceful manner where Waukegan does not get torn up, burned down, protesters, coming angry. We don't want angry supporters, and we don't want anybody getting hurt. And the mother said it best yesterday at her press conference. She don't want nobody getting hurt. She don't want nobody tearing nothing down. She don't want nothing being burned down. She just wants the love and the support of the community and anybody else that is willing to stand with this community. So I'm going to end this live because I don't know how much battery I got, but I'm about to put my phone back on charge, because we are here and we still waiting. My family has not come out yet. We have the news reporters here, but we are waiting, because you heard Tafora Williams' lawyer, Ben Crump, but you have not heard from the Stinnette family lawyer, Kevin O'Connor. Y'all see it. This man right here is going to help get us justice. He's going to do his job. And guess what, people? He is a God-fearing man. He is a God-fearing man. And he believes in doing things decent and in order. And we want y'all to support him, because he support us. And he's going to do what's right for the Stinnettes and the community. He's going to make some changes. He's going to make some changes, get some changes in place for the city of Waukegan. He did it for the city of North Chicago, where I live. Now he's about to make change in the city of Waukegan. So stand by us, support us. Keep sharing my videos. Keep watching my videos. Invite. Please log on, because I'm giving you useful information. I'm updating our community. I'm letting you know, because I feel if you're here and you're part of the community, you shouldn't have to wait for it to come across the news. So I'm going to give it to you when I get it. Thank you. I appreciate and love each and every one of you that are supporting us. Share this video, like this video, tell a friend, tell a neighbor, tell your social media platform, whoever listens to you that you share with, tell them about this story. Share this video, share this information, come out, support us, because we are marching, but we are marching in a peaceful manner. I thank you all. I'm logging off. God bless.